Hello and welcome to the next lecture. Today we're going to speak a little bit about the Azure Functions, and this is kind of like Lambda functions. And let's create the project. The difference is that we use the archetype instead of the the Maven plugin which we were using. So we use the Maven archetype generate, and then we specify the not the project package or group ID and artifact, but the archetype of the but the information about the archetype, how to connect to it. So you can find it like this: IO Quarkus Azure Functions HTTP archetype, and then 131 final. So let's create. Don't worry, this will enable the interactive mode, as you can see here, and this will help you to specify everything that you want. So in our case, this will be prompt firstly the group ID. We can put a tag now, for example. Then the artifact ID will be, let's say, Azure function or something like this, right? And then the version 1.0 snapshot package will be tagged now. Azure function app name will be like this, whatever it is, and app region will be West.js. That's okay. Quarkus function will be named the Quarkus, and then resource group Java functions group. That's okay. I like it. Then you need to specify the U for yes, and for this we have the project set it up. To proceed, you need to have the Azure AZ function available. You can do it with the brew install Azure command line interface if you have one. Or if it's Linux, there is a different ways to install it. I'll leave a link in the description. So after that, you'll need to execute AZ login if you haven't, and this will prompt the Microsoft Azure window, which you will just need to sign in. Super easy, basically the same as the Google Cloud. And yeah, so it shows that I've logged in. And yeah, so you can see that you have logged in. Now let us find the subscription, blah blah blah. So yeah, so it's ready. Now we can open up the project in IntelliJ IDEA. So open up the project in IntelliJ IDEA, and let's firstly glance at the POM XML. You'll see the name, the tag now, artifact ID, Azure Functions, the version. Then we'll have more information, for example, those parameters that we specified, the function app name, function app region, resource group, and all of this stuff. Dependency management haven't changed as I recall. And we have the dependencies, and we have basically the 3 dependencies that if you want you can remove, of course. Don't forget to remove the source files, so I'll show them later. So we'll have the REST easy for the jQuery. For the serverless, we have undertool, and then we have also Vertex Web. So all of them have an example. Of course, we have the Quarkus Azure function HTTP, which is required to deploy, so don't remove it. And we also have some of the functions, for example, the plugins, sorry, for example, common Microsoft Azure. This is the plugin that do all the stuff for the deployment. And I think there is something more, yeah, for example, copy functions. There's a lot more stuff, also Jar. So yeah, so let's firstly glance at the Azure function, Azure config. So here we have the information about the function itself, where's the jar file located, entry point, you'll see it in a second. Binding, we have the information how to bind the method to whatever we use. In our case, you can see that rows, we have all the path, and then all the methods are applicable. We have a data type binary and the auth level anonymous. So yeah, so everything is. So yeah, now we can go to host. There is nothing interesting here, it's just a version, and then the local settings JSON, which has some more attributes. So yeah, that's there. Now let's go to the src folder and go to the main Java tech now. And then we have a greeting resource, greeting servlet, and greeting vertex. So what's the difference, you may ask? And the greeting resource is the default go-to of the REST API, which you can find wherever you like. So this is JAX-RS, and you've seen it probably in almost every video in these lectures. So we have path API hello, and then just get hello, and we'll return hello JAX-RS. If you're an old Java developer, you can recall the servlets from long time ago. So basically, you specify the path for the method, and then you have the few different methods. For example, in our case, we have doGet. You can override, for example, doPost or doPut, whatever. So basically, one class stands for all the available post method, the HTTP methods for a specific path. So one path, one class, basically. Not so, let's say, not so flexible, but still maybe really helpful. Or if you already have some old logic, you can use it as well. And then we have also greeting vertex. So the vertex is more of the reactive approach. You specify the role here, you specify the path and method, and you can use a routing context for the to handle the response. So you can see we set the header, and then we set the status to response to 100 and end with the body hello vertex. So yeah, we also should have a super simple test. So with this in mind, let's deploy our function. So this is super easy. You can go to, let's go to our Azure function, how it was called, Azure function, okay. We'll need to change the app name a little bit to the Azure function like this. And now we can call the maven clean install Azure Functions deploy, and this should work correctly. And it's deployed. So you can see that we have Azure Functions. Where is it? Successfully deployed the artifact to HTTP Azure function, whatever it is. I think it's date. And so we can try to go to this website, and I think we'll need to go to the hello. Yeah, so you can see that your function tuner app is up and running. So let's, for example, go to what we had here. I think API hello, okay, API hello, like this. And you'll see, so we have a hello JAX-RS here. Then we can go to the servlet, API servlet. Hello, you will get the hello servlet, and the last one is vertex. You will get hello vertex. So yeah, so this is super easy to develop. Don't forget to not use the underscore in a function name. So in our case, you need to change it in POM XML, the function name, to the, instead of the underscore, you need to specify the dash. And yeah, that's ready to go. Thank you for watching. Now you know how to deploy Azure Functions, and I'll see you in the next video.